Hi Mama. Today we're talking about your most common breastfeeding questions, breastfeeding herbal medicine questions, because I've been getting a lot of them. If we haven't met, I'm Tara Gregorio, certified women's herbal educator and mama of twins. And on this channel we talk about natural remedies for women and children's health. So if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of my new video each Tuesday. So today we're talking about all of your questions. So let's see. A lot of them have to do with herbal medicine safety. This video is part of a 4-part video series, so go back and watch video 1 where I talk about how to know if a botanical is safe, if those botanicals are safe to use during the breastfeeding years. Number 1, what is good and what is false information? Well, it's hard because you're really nervous as a breastfeeding mom. You don't want to hurt your child whatsoever. So here are some resources that I use. Number 1, Hale's Medications and Mother's Milk. It's more about your conventional medication and breastfeeding, but can be helpful for some herbal remedies, for some botanicals. Number 2, Bones and Mills, Principles and Practice of Phototherapy. Aviva Ram's Botanical Medicine of Women's Health. So this is a certification that I completed, and along with it is a book that she's written, and she quotes the German Commission E based on the botanicals that are safe when you're pregnant and when you're lactating. So that's often what I'm referencing when I'm suggesting botanicals. And then Francis Brinker, Herbal Contraindications and Drug Interactions. Plus moms do love kellymom.com, so that might be a quick reference for you to check out as well. So I'm looking at these references when I suggest a botanical, and we're looking at the different classes. Are they safe for you? So then a lot of the questions I get are about particular safety, and I know it's hard for you to find online, so you might consider purchasing some of these books if you really want to. Or in my ultimate postpartum recovery checklist, I do go over some of the most common botanicals you can use during the breastfeeding years. Also, if you look at my YouTube channel, Tara J. Gregorio, under playlist, then you can find a whole bunch of videos on botanical herbs that you can use. So then, is ashwagandha safe? We've talked about this a lot. I have a video on it. It can help with sleep, and another question was, can you take it in the morning? And yes, it will not make you sleepy because it is an adaptogen. You could take it during the day, but you can also take it at night, and it will help really relax the body a bit and turn off that monkey brain thoughts that we tend to get. Is passion flower safe? So again, a lot of these about the botanicals. Passion flower is considered a level 1, level 2, so likely safe. You can use passion flower as a tea, that would be beautiful, or as a tincture. Is motherwort safe? So motherwort is not to be used during pregnancy, but it is a beautiful botanical postpartum and beyond. So it's considered level 1, level 2 safe. And I do prefer it as a tincture because the tea is way too bitter. Is kava kava safe? So it's considered a level 3, level 5. So I would say no. Anything in the level 3, 4, 5 category, I would wait until you're done breastfeeding. So kava kava is a deep sedative and would really help you go to sleep. It's considered unlikely safe during the breastfeeding years. I'm feeling exhausted, a mom said. Exhausted. So that could be what's called postpartum adrenal fatigue, and I go over it in this video. So the body needs deep nourishment after each and every pregnancy. And not only for your health, for the health of your child. So many children are born with leaky gut syndrome or concerns, health concerns. They're just not well. And it has to do with the mother's gut health, the mother's strength when she gets pregnant. So let's talk about how we can address your adrenal fatigue during the postpartum years. Are these herbs safe to take with Zoloft? So again, work with your practitioner if you're taking Zoloft, but what does not interact with Zoloft well might be St. John's wort, 5-HTP, ephedra, grapefruit, alcohol, wine included, and SAMe. So if you're taking Zoloft, always check with your doctor, but you might avoid those 5 things. If you did want to integrate St. John's wort for depression, make sure you work with a practitioner to help you do that and taper off the Zoloft appropriately. What brands do you buy? So I'll put a link below for 7 companies that I love, and then I ended up adding more. So it's like 13 companies that you can turn to that you feel safe using. Wish Garden has some really great blends for the postpartum time. So just keep that in mind, that you want to find a company that tests their products, that there's no heavy metals or contaminants in their products. And I do prefer a tincture. I've said this time and time again, but some women do love supplements. So you might look at Gaia Herbs for supplements. And if that doesn't work for you, then go ahead and try a tincture. You may have better results with that. And dosing, the question's always about dosing. So let's talk about dosing. So 1 full dropper is about 22 drops. And for the average woman, say, I don't want to say a certain weight, but the average adult can take 30 to 60 drops in a 1/4 cup of water. So if 1 pump is about 22 drops, which is about 1 milliliter, you're taking about 30 drops 1 to 3 times a day. That's the recommended dosing. 30 drops 1 to 3 times a day. Keep this in mind though, you could do 1 dropper full, you might do 2 dropper fulls, depending on how you feel. But keep in mind, if you're blending 2 tinctures together, it's the total number of droppers both together. So you're not gonna do 30 of one, 30 of the other. You would blend it together and then do 30 drops of the blended tincture. So that's tinctures. When it comes to supplements, you could look at the packaging or in my courses, I go over exact dosing for you, but it really depends on what you're currently taking and what symptoms you're trying to help overcome as well. So the tinctures are easy because if you're taking 1, it's 30 to 60 drops, say 2 times a day. If you're blending 2 different tinctures, again, it's that 30 to 60 drops, say 2 times a day. And then if you're taking supplements, it gets a little tricky because if you're taking a few different supplements, you do want to look for the dosing of each. So if you have any other questions, I am happy to answer them. Let me know in the comment area below. And then also download the ultimate postpartum recovery checklist, where we go over the exact botanicals that are safe for you postpartum, especially if you're breastfeeding, and some Pilates exercises to make sure your body is healing completely after childbirth. This is part of a 4-part video series, so make sure you watch the other videos that are included as well so that you feel confident using herbal medicine during the breastfeeding years. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you next week. Thank you.